What's up everyone, how are you doing? My name is Tyler and this is Toxic TV. Today we're back on For Honor. Breaking down patch 1.18 for you guys. It just came out. I'm going to cut the small talk. We're going to get right into these patch notes. Excuse me, that's nasty. But hey, at least I said excuse me. Okay, here we go. Bug fix for all heroes. Fix multiple instances of soft feints and flickers regarding attacks, guard breaks and dodges when playing with 100 millisecond latency. Fix an issue that allows players on an extremely short reaction window to dodge out of certain death situations when thrown off ledges. This issue only occurred on specific ledges. Also, fix an issue where players would effectively miss their drop attack when opponent is unbalanced. Fix an issue that caused the throw to interrupt the player that performed it. The throw can still interrupt other players in its path. Fix an issue that allowed player to feint guard break by quickly performing heavy attack after blocking the opponent. Fix an issue that caused a conflict in between trying to activate an interactive object while a teammate is revivable in the interaction area. On to specific hero changes. For the Peacekeeper, fix an issue that can make the zone attack very hard to block while feinted during revenge. For the Conqueror, reduce the tracking of the Conqueror sprint attack. Another one for the Conqueror, fix the clipping issue for the Garrett execution while performed by a female Conqueror. Onto the Lawbringer, reduce the tracking of the Lawbringer's impaling charge attack. Also, fix an issue that caused the Lawbringer's target to not fall off ledges if he is hit by an external shove during the impaling charge or impaling riposte. Fix an issue that caused the opponent's body to fly in the air when executed with a long shot execution. They could have left that in. For the Warlord, reduce the tracking of the Warlord's sprint attack and jump attack. Also, fix an issue with the Warlord's auto-revive feat after being killed with a ballista. For the Valk, Valkyrie's shield charge can now be cancelled by going out of lock. For the Shigoki, the stun of the headbutt move will now correctly be affected by debuff resistance gear stat. Bug fix an issue that caused Crashing Thunder not to be interrupted by the Arra Musha's Blade Blockade or any other move that offers uninterruptible stance. For the Orochi Storm Rush can now be cancelled by going out of lock. The Shinobi, after any hit, the Shinobi did not reinitialize his charge when heavy attack is still held. Now the charge of the Shinobi works like the charge of the Conqueror, for example. Shinobi is now vulnerable to guard break during the last 400 milliseconds from 200 milliseconds of the front roll kick recovery. Shinobi could perform sickle ring combo on an ally. This is now fixed. Thank God. When you perform a tackle, then lock your target just before the impact, your target was interrupted instead of unbalanced. This is now fixed. Reduce tracking of Shinobi's tackle. Shinobi was able to use his super sprint without consuming stamina for a short period of time. This is now fixed. We've already got enough Shinobis running from fights. Okay. Another bug fix, updated the super sprint animation of the Shinobi, fixed some animation issues going from sprint to super sprint while climbing stairs. Onto the Centurion, reduce the tracking of the Centurion's Eagle's Fury and Eagle's Talon. Fix an issue that caused soldiers to interrupt the Centurion while he was using out of lock attacks on minions. The Centurion could soft feint a guard break into Fujina Ictus. This is now fixed. The Centurion charge jab move did not knock down the opponents. This is now fixed. Added a missing sound effect when the Centurion pulls his sword out during a finished kill and does not perform an execution. For the Gladiator, reduce the tracking of the Gladiator sprint attack and crowd pleaser. When the opponent dodged the bamboozle too early, the punch would hit the opponent without contact. This is now fixed. For the Highlander, added a missing sound effect for the Highlander's Fomorian kick. Onto the Shaman. It's a long list. They removed uninterruptible stance property from the first 100 milliseconds of Predator's Mercy. Predator's Mercy will now be properly interrupted if another player hits the victim within 100 milliseconds of Predator's Mercy's hitting. Opponent who stands up after Predator's Mercy can now activate Revenge 300 milliseconds earlier after being bitten and 500 milliseconds earlier when standing up from an external hit. You can hit Revenge faster after she jumps in, rips your face off. A Shaman who is hit at the very end of the stand-up of Predator's Mercy after the bite will now play a regular hit reaction, rather than the special hit animation that we use when she is yet to stand up. Another bug fix for Predator's Mercy. Bite no longer counts as a light in the list of previous hits shown in the killer info. Can no longer perform Predator's Mercy on an opponent who just died. When out of stamina, Shaman can no longer dodge or guard break out of a heavy finisher. Priority of cancels from heavy finishers to dodge and guard break has been swapped. Now guard break is higher priority than dodge. This should reduce the flicker of the icon. Fixing an animation bug that occurred while feigning the Shaman's heavy pounce attacks. Another bug fix, Shaman's whoosh sound effect continued after canceling the second heavy. This is now fixed. Arra Musha. This is a nice one. For the Arra Musha, they increase the damage of Fury Unleashed to 30 from 25. Add uninterruptible stance property to Fury Unleashed move. Increase the damage of Twin Vipers to 40 from 35. Also, increase the damage of Ring the Bell to 15 from previously 10. Another improvement, increase the stamina damage of Ring the Bell to 20 from 10. Increase the damage of basic side heavy attacks to 30 from 25. Reduce the startup of the basic top heavy strike to 600 milliseconds, previously 700 milliseconds. Also, fix an issue that prevented Arra Musha from becoming unbalanced when an opponent in revenge parries his Twin Vipers attacks. The Arra Musha could be guard broken out of a right side light attack. This is now fixed. A few more changes in 1.18 for maps. Viking Village had a bug that the barrel trap would not execute Shaman and Arra Musha. That is now fixed. A few fixes for Tribute as well. Fix an issue that caused friendly fire to make players drop the flag. Fix an issue that caused players to be interruptible while the opponent is interacting with the offering. Fix an issue that allowed the players to interact with the offering after placing it in a shrine. Added a missing sound effect during the win confirm timer. Also, fix an issue that caused the interaction sound effect to continue playing after being interrupted. And then we've got some changes for Duel Tournament as well. Fix an issue that caused some user interface and audio to persist until face-off screen while joining a match from the Deploy Troops menu. Fix an issue that caused the tournament matchmaking user interface to disappear upon receiving an error of matchmaking timeout. Also, fix an issue that caused the rank update interface to be displayed after a match ends in a tie. Fix an issue that caused the next map interface to sometimes remain displayed at the end of a tournament. Fix an issue that caused a quit penalty to trigger when leaving a tournament after being eliminated in the qualifiers. That's rough. So not only would you lose, but you would get a quit penalty. Ugh. Fix an issue that caused some elements of the tournament lobby to remain displayed after abandoning a tournament. Fix an issue that caused some elements of the tournament lobby to remain displayed after abandoning a tournament. Also, fix an issue that displayed the wrong player count while matchmaking. Moving on to the faction war, on the in-match reward screen, we added an interface to display how players earn their troops. Added a weather icon above the territory's icon and name. Added a message for isolated territories and capital territories to clarify the territories that are not connected to a capital will be turned over to another faction once the current battle is over. Also, added an icon to emphasize the selected player's faction. Couple more bug fixes. They fixed an issue that might have caused a user to join a match in progress and remain stuck in tactical view for the entire game. That sucks. Another bug fix, players not redirected back to the events playlist after pressing the back button from the faction war. Tactical view invoked from events playlist. This is now fixed. Also, fix map overview while in match for some game modes that were not displaying the correct info. Alright, and then we've got some PC changes as well. So dynamic reflections quality selection. Replace the current dynamic reflection toggle with a quality selection box. Available options are off, low, medium, high, and extreme. Also, fix an issue that caused the game to start without focus when display option is set to windowed or borderless windowed. Another bug fix, while modifying the game settings, the apply changes pop-up is not displayed if the player leaves the menu by going directly into the social tab. Fix the mouse clickable area of the tab switch interaction for duel, brawl, and events playlist. Gear thumbnail displayed previously scavenged gear when scavenging with keyboard and mouse. This is now fixed. Incorrect button depiction is shown for close button when toggle between auto and PS4 and control icon display option while an Xbox 360 controller is connected or vice versa. Also, fix an issue that caused post-launch heroes to not unlock properly when bought with keyboard and mouse. The player was presented with a second unlock pop-up. That's fixed now. Well, that's it for that video, y'all. I hope you did enjoy it. Hope you found it helpful. If you did, smash the thumbs up. A like rating is always appreciated. Until next time, I'm out of here. You guys stay awesome, stay safe. Peace.